Unataka nini baba?
Unasema?
Nataka soda. Nataka
Shida iko kwa duka. Si ndio?
soda duka.
Tunaenda kwa duka kesho. Tulale.
Mama.
Kesho tulale.
Kuja
Ni mafuta umetupa hivyo? Kuja tulale. Kuja.
nani alikuwa anaita?
Baby.
Baby is love. Baby is love.
Love you.
Haya, endoke huko. Endoke huko. Endoke huko. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Hood Mom Podcast. Yes, so for the returning subscribers, karibu sana. Thank you so much. For the new subscribers, karibu. Welcome to this mommy village. Please like, share, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, because definitely there's no hood like the motherhood podcast. Yeah, karibu sana. Yeah, so today I felt like tupige story kidogo, you know. I want us to talk about my labor and my delivery story. You can also share in the comments. How was yours? Yeah, was it like mine? If it was different, how different was it? Sindio, probably someone can learn a few things from it. What are the horror stories you saw? What people told you? Did it actually have an impact on what you believed in or what you went through? Sindio? Yeah, so please share in the comment section. Yeah, let's make the other moms let them be aware of what happens. Tusiwashtue sana lakini, sindio? Yeah, so fast forward, by God's grace, I conceived. Yeah, I thank God. My previous episode, Elisama, it takes God. It is not automatic. It takes God. So it took some bit of time, but eventually it happened. And I am grateful. Apart from the morning sickness, my God. I had the craziest morning sickness, I'm telling you, my people. Nothing was staying here from water. And I remember when I got to discover that I was expectant, I don't know whether it's because of the excitement, I started by taking a lot of fruits. Because unataka immunity ya mtoto ikwe strong, but it didn't go the whole month. For the first 2-3 weeks, I used to get my fruits, that ka package from bus station. Nilikuwa nabeba as I head to the matatus that take me to my workplace. So the morning sickness was horrible. It was horrible. I hear people saying that no sick works. No sick work. It actually made it worse. You can tell me whether no sick worked for you. I am grateful I was not spitting, because for the people who know me, roho yangu ni ndogo sana naturally. Whether I'm pregnant or not, my own spit would actually make me feel horrible. Yeah, so the other thing, my temper, my God. This one I'm sure even my colleagues can actually attest to it. I was so angry most of the time. I was very emotional. People say that at the people who are temperamental during this time, atina kwanga pretense. You only use pregnancy, quote unquote, to actually hide behind this everything. So basically, me, what happened to me, I was very temperamental. I was very emotional. I remember where I used to live, I used to take matatus from where I work, and where it left me, I was forced to take tuk-tuks to where I live. So on this particular day, because I used to sit next to the driver, if you're pregnant, that is the most comfortable area with you, especially when you have a big tummy. Like in my case, I had a very big tummy. I'm not complaining. Able to tell me, how was your tummy? So this particular day, I will never forget. So this driver refuses to carry me because, quote unquote, according to him, I was too big. Haezi beba mtu mkubwa hivyo. Yeah, so that day I cried. Don't ask me why. I was crying. I felt like I was being pregnancy shamed. I don't know whether there's a word like that. Yeah. Uber drivers did not even want to. I could request for Uber, and once they reach the picking point, when they see me, anaribasambia madam hapana nimepata requesting. I mean, those are the kind of challenges I was going through because I was big. Where? Tell me, did you go through the same thing I went through? This is a conversation we need to have. I think kuna pregnancy shaming, and it's not good. It's not good. And so the journey was amazing. I can't complain. Then at some point around, I think I was 28 weeks gone. And I used to feel some kind of pain just below my tummy. Yeah. It went on for a while, and I felt like it was too much. And also because, in this time, you need to be very cautious of the kind of information you allow to get to you. Yeah. As much as I was prayerful, people could tell me a lot of things. Some would tell me, I remember the ladies who were telling me ati inaweza kuwa ni miscarriage, Okay, they did it from a point of concern, but also I feel like we need to have this one. We'll have another conversation about this: what to tell a pregnant woman and what not to tell a pregnant woman. So these are the kind of information I got, and the pain became too much. And this day I decided to call Idewa Jogona. That's what I call him. And I told him to find me at the hospital. You see, because I was getting scared. This is my first time being a mom. I've been going through this pain. I'm feeling a lot of pain. And for a while now, I couldn't feel my baby. So I went. I was crying. I was telling God, you know what, God, the devil is a liar. You gave me this gift, and it is you who is going to sustain this gift in me. So yeah, we met at the hospital. I did a scan. My mother-in-law was there, by the way. God bless her. She's been a very good supporting system for me. And so we went for a scan, and I remember the first thing mtoto ako sawa. I was like, kamwambia hebu angalia tena. Ako sawa? Mguu iko aje? The kind of questions you ask as a first time mom. Mtoto ako sawa nini? Akatoka kidogo, mwingine akakuja. I think the first one was in a hurry. So this other partner of his came. Akasema, ini nini? Running that, is it an instrument? What do we call it? What do we call it, love? An instrument. Ile kitu kwa tumbo. Hiyo kitu. So he ran it on my tummy, and akaniambia, I remember him telling me, hini nini? I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to answer this? What do I know? Ni nini mimi najua? Nikamwambia ni mtoto. Akaniambia pana, I can see some fibroids. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, naona, and si moja ni mbili. I'm like, oh my god. Nobody prepares you for this kind of information. What do you mean? And I had not even educated myself, about this information. I just knew, the naive me then knew that fibroids, I don't know. I remember telling God, like, you know what? I could feel a tear coming out of my eye at that point. And I told God, you honor faithfulness. Sindio, you honor faithfulness. And I've been faithful. I did everything right, quote unquote. Yeah, and now I am here and this doctor is telling me that I have fibroids, And by the way, moms and moms to be, it is very important to educate yourself about certain conditions. Yeah, some conditions are not scary. Some are, they're just words. They're big words, but you need to educate yourself. Then he told me, by the way, madam, there are two types of fibroids. There's one there's one that competes for oxygen with your baby, and there's other one that as the baby grows, it actually shrinks, you see. So at that point, he was not able to tell me which one I had, but I think in my head, I had already blocked that information. I was like, fibroids meaning, I was so sure, like, you know what? I am losing my baby. It's the end. And at that point, 28 weeks, I had already developed some kind of a relationship with my baby. I didn't know whether it was a boy or a girl. All I was praying for, at that point, I didn't want to know. All I was praying for was a healthy baby. That was the focus. Alafu hii news. So I remember from there, we left with my mother-in-law and my Idewa Juna. We went home. I was not talking to anyone. I was not talking to anyone. I was just having conversation with God, silently having conversations with God. I remember at that point, I was very close with my auntie. I'm still very close to her. My aunties are almost the same age as me. So they're like my sisters. So I called her, Kamami, and I told her, Kamami, by the way, nimeambiwa hivi, kambia, Guy, nini, But at least she encouraged me. Moving forward, God held me all through the pregnancy. Nothing happened to my baby. I thank God. Nothing happened till, when you're a first-time mom, I don't know whether it's just me. Tell me about your experiences. I did not know the exact date I was due. Number one, I was depending on the scans. The scans that had been provided by the doctors. Sindio. And what I realized, by the way, the earlier you go for the scan, the more accurate your EDD is. But if you go later on, maybe past 8 weeks, it might not be so accurate. So you see, Mimi, I knew this particular date is when I'm actually supposed to be having my baby. And I actually applied for leave, maternity leave, So 1 week after I had started my maternity leave, wapi. The second week, wapi. So at this point, I'm actually walking like a duck, literally. Mapua imekuwa size bigger, that's how I think women know you're almost. You see, I could go to maybe buy tomatoes or vegetables. You could hear the women saying that, huyu, hata maliza wiki mbili. They're able to tell. I don't know. And wiki mbili ikapita. My friends got worried. Yeah, I remember my friends getting worried. And at that point, you're very sensitive. Any kind of information actually triggers you, So wananiambia bado, and those are the kind of questions you don't ask pregnant women bado. I mean, why? What is the purpose of this bado? Because I was worried bado. So at that point, that particular month, I had gone for scans like twice to confirm that my baby is okay, because sometimes my Israel would decide to be having mood swings. He's not moving, so, and unaulizwa bado. So even as a pregnant mom, an expectant mom, a mom to be, you need to be wary of, you need to be cautious of the kind of information that you allow within your circle. You see, because the fear, the bados actually made me fearful. Like, what's going on? Nimeenda scan mara ngapi? Babe, nimeenda scan mara ngapi? Ai, ilikuwa more. Yeah, so, and be very cautious of the kind of information you allow into your space. I remember even my mom, even my mom was worried, because everyone was worried, because I told them my due date was supposed to be immediately I had applied for my maternity leave. Engemaliza wiki. And you see, it's almost a month. Hata hakuna dalili. Me, I'm okay. Alafu, I used to walk up the stairs, up and down, My work, my line of work allows me to sit a lot. So I could try natembea, because according to the wisdom of men, I'm not too sure if it's true. You tell me, the comment section, that activity mingi itafanya you deliver normally. You see. So I took a lot of pineapples. I did a lot of trips kwa stairs. I was so ready. I remember my mom telling me that, what? You need to be a strong woman. When it gets to that point, you need to have energy to push. You see, I had already packed my bag. Nikaeka mpaka nice biscuits kwa bag. So that, energy. You see, I had packed my bag. Apart from the baby clothes, I had biscuits, I had water, and I had my makeup kit, because of course you have to look good after having your baby. So the last scan we went to, this doctor actually looked at the calendar. Me, you daktari, by the way. Me, I have never seen someone so accurate like this doctor. If this doctor gets to watch this video, hey. So akaangalia kalenda akasema, ikipita this particular date, ebu take this dawa. I was supposed to put it under my tongue. And you know what? That dawa I had to give it to Itewa Joanna, because I was impatient. I wanted to meet my baby. Alafu fear. I had already allowed fear to cloud my thinking. So according to me, I was not okay. My baby was not okay. I was late, you see. So I had to give him the dawa so that nisi take earlier, you see. So by the grace of God, it was on 26th. It was on a Sunday. And the last month, rather the last trimester, you don't get to sleep. Yeah. Now you don't sleep. You don't find sleep. You just find something to do. So I used to watch Blacklist. That was my favorite movie. I used to watch Homeland. I used to watch Blacklist. So this particular day, it was on a Sunday. So mimi nimeachwa peke yangu in the area TV room. Mimi na watch. Imefika masaa yangu. Either Jogona has already gone to bed, because he tried. He could only do so much. He tried, and so he went to bed. So Mimi, with my dark walk, nangangana, I'm feeling. So now that as time goes by, kuna some pain just below your belly. You see. So mi nangangana, I go to the ladies. I finish my business. Nangangana. Yo tumbo yangu, nimefika. I'm telling you that Jogona, la bebo ni tan, because I told you my tummy. For those people who knew, my tummy was so big. It was so big, and it was big. So mimi nimefika hapo, namwambia, bebo ni tan. So salia na ni tan in the process. I'm feeling so much pain. and my baby ni kama ameshuka. I don't know, he was, for some reason my baby was so heavy that day. He was so heavy mpaka hata hiyo kutana napiga nduru, you know. So then I realized hapana, I'm just from the ladies and I still feel like I need to go back. What's going on? Nikamwambia, babe, I feel like I need to go back to the ladies. Niambia, why si umetoka choo? Nikamwambia hapana, I need to go back. No, then ika click. I remember the stories I used to hear from my mom. Kuna the breaking of water. So me, I was expecting a splash mara moja, you see. So different journey, different people, different experiences. Just because your friend, it happened that way, doesn't mean that it will happen the same way. The other thing I was expecting, I was told kuna pain inazunguka kwa waist, coming to the front side and back. I didn't have that, you see. So that is when we realized, guy, the date the doctor had given us was on 27th. And this is 26th midnight. So it's 27th. It's happening. It's, baby, it's coming. Where? Sema panic. So sasa now, me, I had packed. I thought maybe, it would be a walk in the park. Wapi. So ide wajugona now sasa ndo ame exchange. He's gone to the washroom. Oh my God. Where? It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Able tell me, ladies, did it happen like that? Did it also happen to your partners like that? So now, I'm the one who's about to go. I'm actually into labor. It's active labor. Sindo love. Either wajoona, sasa ndo wako choo. Hatoki. I think it's anxiety. Ameshinda tu huko. Mimi asikia tu washroom imeflash yo mara 500. You see? Because it's midnight. Kuna curfew. It was the corona time. Kuna curfew. So me, what I'm doing, because I remembered what my aunt told me, was that don't go immediately, because in most cases, ikianza, it will take a bit of time before you actually go into the serious active labor. So see, I go, I warm water, because she told me that when you take a shower with hot water, it fastens the process. See me, I do that. I shower, nimevaa hiyo dera yangu. I had bought it from Label. So me nimevaa, I put on some Joshua Selman. I start praying. Where is Ida Jogona? Washroom. Oh my God. This thing is no joke. It's happening. Baby is coming. Washroom. I think hata ilikuwa labu likumenta mara ngapi? Ilikuwa more than 20. Honestly. So, my brother-in-law was just living next to us. So, Ida Jogon has already called him. But now they're asking, should you come? I'm telling either don't tell them to come, because sasa sai tunaenda wapi? Sana ni usiku tunaenda wapi? Kuna kafi, gari iko wapi? Uber gani itakamsa? I was like, you know what? Let me relax. I had already made some tea. Me, I'm taking hot tea, because I was told what? Wisdom of men. Take hot chai, take hot water, I know, and I'm praying. I'm making declarations. I shall give birth like the Hebrew women, Ndio hiyo, I'm ready, bag iko hapo kila kitu. I am worshiping, I am ready. Ikafika saa moja, my brother-in-law came. Yeah, together with his friend. And we asked for an Uber. Ikatupeleka a certain hospital that we were sure that is where we wanted to deliver. You see, we make plans as men, but it's only the plan of God that prevails. So we got to this hospital, and of course, the first thing they do is to measure the centimeters. Me, I don't know. I think with this level of technology, they need to find a better way to actually measure women. This is wrong. I don't know. Tell me. I felt bad. I felt violated. And, the lady's like, unaogopa na bado? That's how she was talking. I felt violated. I mean, how? So I went in, bado wewe, bado me, but I'm feeling horrible. I don't know, maybe my horrible, being a first-time mom was a different kind of horrible, I don't know. So she measures and like bado, na kwanza hii tumbo yako ni kubwa sana. You see, I was telling you, pregnant women are being pregnancy shamed. I don't know whether there's a word like that. Hii tumbo yako ni kubwa sana, sioni hata nini hapa. Because you will need to look for an ambulance in case of anything. Fear ndio hiyo. So mimi I'm feeling pain. It's coming, it's going, it's coming. Haiko nakawia sana. Niko na headache. Alafu I told you I was very temperamental. So nikamwacha hapo akiongea. I left her with either wajogo na mimi nikaenda kukaa huko nje kwa bench, because you know I didn't want to listen to her, because the minute you told me that my tummy is bigger, kwani tummies are supposed to be when you're expectant, tummies are supposed to be what exactly? Yeah, so me, I went to sit outside. Wakaongea, wakaambiwa no, you know, this one hata 2 centimeters bad. And you know, when I was doing my research, kumbe 2 centimeters is the default centimeters for everyone. And this lady is telling me at 2 centimeters bad. I mean, wow. So since she said bado, now I don't even want to listen to the wachugona, because I feel like these people don't understand me. They just want to like make me so fearful. You know, mpaka nimesahau kuomba at this point. I have not told my mom. We had only told my mother-in-law. I didn't want to, you know, make my mom panic. So nikasema, you know what? We decided to end home. Tuende tukae to chill. We watch a movie or something. At this point, I'm not talking to anyone, by the way. And maybe prepare lunch. Maybe sakumi. It will be better. So we asked for an Uber again. We head on home. And where we were living, it was a bit bumpy. So kurudi tumefika. We are alighting the, you know, the vehicle, and yeah. So mimi nashuka, you know, kwa hiyo mood sasa uko kwa hiyo mood ya, you know, unashuka. Mimi nikishuka tu hivi. Yeah, my water just broke. Yeah. And sorry? Battery. Okay. So my water broke, and yeah. So Mr. Panic Mode, either Wajogona decided to know what, we are not going home. The chilling to postpone. We are heading to Kenyatta Hospital, and that is how we headed to Kenyatta Hospital.